Welcome, everybody. This is episode 2 of the No Deconstruct Challenge. Again, to the rules on that, the only things we're allowed to deconstruct are things that are naturally forming in the world. Anything that I build, like these, have to stay here forever. So, for example, I have 8 of the Tier 1 pressures, and I'm now working on building Tier 2 pressures. I'm not allowed to tear those down. Once they're placed, and I have to keep them. Also, as always, I am sick. Tier 3 backpack, you say? I need an aluminum. I need to go up to the wreck up there and keep bringing resources down. Okay, let's dump you guys. Dump you guys. Titanium. Yeah, that's right. It just feels wrong. Sorry, I'm in my brain. I'm like, did I put those in the right spots or are those wrong? They're right. They're right. It just feels wrong. All right. Tally ho, back up to the ship. But yeah, basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to play this game fairly nomadic style. So I'm going to start in one area, build up to a certain point, and then move on. Generally speaking, what I've decided is I'm going to try to do the first 2 tiers of everything in the starting base, and then I'll migrate. Once I hit tier 3 on pretty much everything, I'll migrate to a different location and build another base. And then that will be the tier 3 and 4 area. And then once I've hit tier 5 on everything, I'll migrate to the final location for the final build. Oh dear. As I say, I'm basically at a full inventory at this point. Do I even go up and grab anything, or do I just grab things on the way back? Let's just snag some cobalt for some more power real quick. All right, let's head back. But yeah, so far the idea is we're trying to scale up the minimal amount to make a difference. And then once we've hit that minimum amount, we move on. So for example, I made 8 of the tier 1 pressures, and then I've met 4 of the tier 2 pressures. I'm basically going to make 8 of everything as far as like the pressure and stuff like that. Some of them I will skip as I can. So like, for example, the heat, I'm probably not going to build any tier 3 or tier 1 heats at all. I'm probably going to just wait till I unlock tier 2 heat. I think I have to build at least 1 so the first step screen goes away. That's a little annoying. All right, tier 2 drill. Oops, I need more titanium. Okay. I also need more tier 1 solar. And the idea here is to basically not build any more than I have to. Anytime I can save out on like not expanding to things, I can save the resources and put them in other places, which is a big deal. And again, a couple of the basic rules. The only things I can deconstruct are things that are naturally spawning in the world. Everything else that I build, I have to leave. If I place something and I just misplace it, I can deconstruct it, but then I have to immediately build it again in the correct spot. So that way, like if I have, say, storages that are off-centered or offlined from each other and it's bugging me, like for example, this one has to be jetted out because of the corner. I could technically pull the rest of these forward just a smidge so they match if I want, but I can't like tear them up and put something else here. All right, we have enough for 2 more pressure 2s, or drills 2. I also need a cobalt for these solars. Okay. All right, how many pressures do we need? We need 1 more pressure, and then I'm done with that. Do I happen to have 2 on me? I do. Do I have any cobalt? I do not. Okay. So I could slap down 1 more drill. Oh. I thought that was going to take down my... pressure, but it didn't. Weird. Okay. All right, so at this point, You there, put you there. Dump my food. Okay. We're going to head up there and we're going to grab the rest of our goodies from there and bring them down. The idea is to have the tier 1 and tier 2 item base be down here in the basin. And then when the water comes, the water is going to flood it and just cover it all. And then the tier 3, tier 4 base will be in the main central area up on the plateau there. And then the tier 5 base will probably be on the Sand Falls. The Sand Falls is a really fun area and it's right in the middle of almost all the major resources. So late game goes pretty fast in that region. I noticed my Sand Falls playthrough, the total playlist ended up being a couple of episodes shorter. I think it ended up being about 5 to 10 episodes or about 5 hours of gameplay ahead of the other playthroughs. And so I'm gonna try and hedge that to make this playthrough not take significantly longer with the slower resource management. But we'll see. We'll see when we get to that point. So we have completely finished this area. We don't have anything left here. Can I see, what does it take for heat tier 2? Oh, that takes oxygen. Okay, so I do need to throw down more oxygen soon. Let's take the aluminum, take the food. The food. Okay, and then we're gonna just take like the iron, I guess. Try to see which resources are best to take home real quick. One of the nice things though is because of how I've got this set up, I only need so many of certain items and then I'm done. And then at that point I can move on, which is really nice. Let's step off that instead of jump off that so we don't shatter our ankles. So like, for example, I'm only doing like 8 of the drills, 8 of the tier 1 drills, 8 of the tier 2 drills, and that's it. So once I have those done, I can stop working on that and start working on something else instead. The other thing that's going to be really helpful in this playthrough is launching rockets, because the rockets will allow us to increase the value without needing to build more infrastructure. So generally speaking, if you have like 8 tier 5 drills, for example, and then you have 3 of the fuses on it, and then you just launch 50 rockets, you're done. You don't need to build more drills. All right, so we have a lot of iron. We have a lot of aluminum. We have a lot of iridium. I for sure need at least 1 heater. So let's grab 1 silicon. Oh, 1 silicon and throw down 1. Oop, that did it. Okay, so we need cobalt and silicon, which we have 2 silicon. We need 4 cobalt. Look at all that ice. It's everywhere. There's a decent amount of cobalt around here too. That's good. In fact, I might as well grab a couple extra because just kidding. I was gonna say, I might as well get extra because I know I'm gonna need it. And the game's like, no, your inventory's full. Stop it. I'm like, oh, never mind. All right, and then I just need silicon to get more. We don't have the tier 2 solar panels yet, so we'll have to wait a minute on that, which is probably a good thing too, because the tier 2s require aluminum and we don't really have much access to that. So a prime example here of what I am allowed to do is, let's say for example this is all the solar ones I build, I can grab this 1 solar here and move it there. So as long as I don't remove it completely, I can move where it's at within reason, right? So if I keep it within this area, then I'm good. Okay. We have a ton of food we got to figure out what to do with. We got to find somewhere to store that. Pull all this out, put the food in. you two back in. Put that one piece of gear in that I accidentally made. Okay, we need oxygen. That's right. So we're allowed to pull this out and put that in. Iron, magnesium, ice. Do we have magnesium? All right, let's go hunt down some ice real quick. And we need a lot because we're also getting thirsty. Which reminds me I need to pause and sip some water. I think I'm officially at the point being sick where the worst has passed. And now I'm just on the tail end of it. So I'm trying not to talk too much. All right. Okay, let's get some water. Okay. Oh, you have that one. You get that one. Oh, you already have something. Lerma, Lerma, and you have a Lerma. All right. So that's hopefully as much tier 1 veggie tubes as we'll need. We'll probably end up throwing a second building and a third building there, and then putting the tier 2 veggie tubes there when we get to that point. We also need to watch out for the tier 2 heat. But the tier 2 heat is... Oh. I don't have any silicon. Okay, let's dump that. I need some silicon and I need some iron. Because I need to throw down the chip unlock screen. I don't need the ice right now. I just got a bunch of ice. Actually, I will need more ice fairly soon because the tier 2 veggie tubes take 2 ice per. And I turned all of my ice into water. Which was an accident. I really only needed to do 1 or 2, but instead I did like a bajillion. It's like, whoops. And realistically, one of the things I need to do... Oh, see, there's our veg tube we were talking about. Yeah. Yeah, so realistically, what we're probably going to do is probably double the size of this current base. We'll throw 2 more buildings off the back. Yeah, 2 more off the back if it'll let me. It might not because of that rock. We'll see. Oh. It will let me put it there. Or there. Okay, so we'll do those 2. There we go. All right, so we need tier 2 veg tubes, which take 2 ice per. All right. Dump the silicon, dump the titanium, dump the... Oh, we don't have any magnesium. Dump the iron, dump the cobalt. Excess iron. Okay. Oh, real fast. 1 silicon, 1 iron. This guy. Okay. Yeah, so oxygen, we need 1.85 to get the tier 2 heaters. And we do want to get at least a couple of those, so we're going to have to watch out. All right, we had a storage out here. Way out here. I want to go grab that and bring it home. It goes this way. Uh-oh, where was it? Was it further north? Yes, right there. Cool, we'll grab this and then grab whatever we can in the area and then we'll head back. Ooh, we got a chip. We're gonna need lots of silicon, lots of titanium, and we're out of titanium, so let's grab as many titanium as we can find while we're here. We're low on oxygen, so we need to start heading back. Realistically, the no deconstruct challenge isn't going to be too bad. Overall, I don't think. It should be, for the most part, a fairly regular standard playthrough. Because there's only 2 or 3 major issues, or major troubles with it. The one is that you end up with just a bunch of extra crap laying around like that. The alternative is you don't get to recycle the resources from those to make the next tier up. So that's where, like, making the absolute minimum is a good idea so that I'm not wasting resources. I can recycle, though. I am allowed to recycle because those are items, not structures. But realistically, there won't be many of that either, honestly. All right, so let's go titanium, silicon, iron. Oh, we do have an aluminum. That's right. Aluminum is the first one. I always forget that. Okay, we need ice. I think we want about 10 ice. About 10, yeah, about that. Not particularly much more than that, because I want to get 5 of the tier 2 veggie tubes. That's about it. 4, 6, 8. I need 2 more. There's 2 more right here. Perfect. I want to say those also require magnesium. Yeah, so let's grab magnesium while we're out too. Mag and silicon if we can find it. Two more silicon. Yeah, one more here and then one of these here. Realistically, this starting base will probably have everything through maybe even tier 3 oxygen. And then the next one will have the plants, and then the tier 3 will have the trees. All right. Oh, whoops. Apparently I only had enough for, what do these take? Iron? Iron. I was about to say, something missing. Silicon. Dose silicano. Reckon. Now 1 mag. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we'll put all right, what do you guys take? You guys are 1.2 oxygen, 0.15, 1.2. Energy of 0.35 versus 1.25. Yeah, power is going to be the other major issue, which is why I want to always do the minimum required to play. Because if I do anything beyond that, it's going to get real expensive really fast. My water bottle. I can keep the water going. Stay hydrated. I was gonna say I sound like a dinosaur or something. All right, how many drills did we do? We did 8 drills. We have 8 of the little ones, 8 of the big ones. Heat, we only have 1 heat. Heat doesn't really unlock anything major for a while. Yeah, we're at 1.07 for oxygen. That's good. Okay, so oxygen's doing quite well. I think our next step here is going to be to establish a foothold in other locations, I think is next. So I think next what we're going to do is we're going to throw down our first building in for the second base. Just the first one. And then we'll use that as an opportunity to then branch out to the other 3 wrecks that are nearby. 3 or 4 wrecks that are nearby. Because at the moment, that's mostly what we're waiting for. Okay, so generally my tier 2 base, if I remember right. Tier 2 solar. If I stick down this here, I can throw the 2x2 building off of this piece here. And then I can throw the biolab off of that piece there, and it'll work. Okay, we need 1 iron, 1 titanium, 1 silicon. Because yeah, at the moment, our main concern is we need more chips so we can unlock the tier 2 buildings, then we can start building the tier 2 base. Realistically, though, I think we'll probably... And I do want to keep everything based on where it's at. So, like the tier 2 heats, I'll build like 5 of them down in the pit or whatever. Unless there's a way to speed past it to the next tier, which I don't know if I can. We'll see. We'll see in a minute. Because yeah, part of this no build challenge... There we go, tier 2 heat. Part of this no build challenge, one of the rules that I've kind of given myself is that I'm only going to place certain buildings or certain tiers of stuff in certain bases. So if I get a tier higher, then I have to move to that location to build that item. And I kind of like how that's going to theme it a little bit more. Oh my gosh. What did I just find? Did you see that? That was insane. All right, let's go. Oh, I don't have any silicon. Of course I don't. Furniture. Oh my gosh, I got so many oxygen seeds. That was wild. That one chest had like 4. Excuse me. That one hurt. I can't breathe. Oh man, being sick sucks. I still need a silicon and I don't have one. Is there? Right there. See, realistically, a lot of the time, the no build challenge works out decently well anyway, because it's actually quite close to how I play anyway, which is cool. So there's not like a ton of major changes. The main one is just that I'm not recycling the excess stuff. That's the key difference. So there's going to be little short, like there's going to be little times where I'm short on certain resources, and the resources are literally staring me in the face in the form of a building that I can't touch. All right. That should be everything from this wreck. Dump everything. Okay. Silicon, 3 iron, titanium. Oh, 1 chip. Cool. Oh, what does mining speed? Oh, I need super. Okay. And really what I'm feeling with this playlist is there's a lot of just like, I described it earlier as nomading, where like it feels like I need to go nomad a little bit. And I really think that's true. Oh dear. Yeet. Okay. Made it over here. Yeet. Alright, up here is going to be super and aluminum, which I need both of. We're officially getting to the point where everything's going to start requiring aluminum and super. Agility requires super. Mining requires super. How are we doing? We're doing all right. Decently well is the answer. Trying to remember. Yeah, there's a chest down there, but I don't want to drop down there, I don't think. Yeah. All right. Let's drop down here. I didn't want to put that building there, but it's tucked out of the way, so it doesn't matter. Ooh, the lag. One iron, one silicon. And then we can establish our next building. I was about to say, I don't see a silicon, but there's one way down here. I'm not gonna lie, there's gonna be so many buildings everywhere. Every single one of these is gonna have a building. Every little wrecking on the wall is gonna have a building. Cool. Tear that down. Charge. That one. That one. Okay, that's it. Oh, my inventory's full. I'm a 6. Schfix. Alright, so first off, I don't have any silicon. I very nearly started a much harder challenge than this one today. I actually initially did, and then realized that right off the bat some of the pieces were wrong, and it wasn't going to work. So I was like, eh. Wait, we can make our craft machine now. We need our blueprint screen. We need a water. We have a food. We don't have a water. Let's decode. Mapping. Cool, cool. Yeah, I really need either a water or an ice. Hey, that was our first mushroom seed. Cool, cool. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. All right. I'm going to have to sidestep out for a minute and find an ice. I am thirsty. Dump. Dump. Should be an ice here somewhere. Oxygen 3. Cool, cool. No ice here currently. Is there any ice just right over the hill? There is. Perfect.